Gunbreaker mains, rejoice! Patch 7.4 brought much needed quality of life updates for you in specific. Creative Business Unit 3 has finally taken a note from the community and made a small but impactful change for you. No more feeling clunky or feeling punished for missing your burst window. No more feeling like running out of cartridges or having to decide where to use them. Overall though, the Gunbreaker damage was nerfed. Not just here and there, no, your entire main kit had potency reductions. There are no severe outliers numbers, but added up, it's obvious your damage will on paper look lower. But that's forgetting the fact that while yes you were nerfed, you also had the change happen. Your Bloodfist now increases your maximum number of cartridges to 6, while also adding 3 charges to your powder gauge. Okay, well, that's cool and all, but if the damage was lowered, why does this matter other than just dishing out just a few more nerfed weapon skills? Well, my friend, your Bloodfist recast time was reduced from 120 seconds to 60 seconds. This means your fun playstyle has been promoted from the 2-minute burst window to the 1-minute burst window. Not only that, but Gnashing Fang has been changed into a charged action, with 2 charges on a 30-second charge time. What do you think? Will this slightly nerfed but sped up version of Gunbreaker be fun to play? Let me know your experiences with it down in the comments below. Moving on then. The Dark Knight only had living shadow duration increased with 2 seconds. Hopefully this will smooth out any tight DPS windows, but effectively, it only gives it 1 extra GCD. Melee DPS. One of you got a button back to feel good, while the other had your damage profile amped up the whole way. Let's take a look. So, Ninja had Goka Mekyakyu's potency increased from 600 to 850, giving back your dopamine button. The crits on this thing is going to be crazy to see. And Viper, you got your entire kit smoothed out. Now changing targets won't be as punishing, and overall your damage seems to have only gone up this patch. All in all, it makes you all the more viable. Though, looking at the patch notes, they really could use some presentation uplift. Next up, we have a bunch of potency changes for the physical range jobs. Bard had Apex Arrow, Blast Arrow, and Radiant Encore increased potency changes, along with Machinist getting Drill, Air Anchor, Chainsaw, and Excavator potency increased. And finally, Dancer had Saber Dance, Fan Dance 4, and Last Dance potency changes. Personally, this isn't quite enough to entice me to pick up a physical range willingly. Machinist especially seems to have been in a rough spot for a while. But yes, potency buffs are always welcome, but man, they've got to cook for 7.5 or even 8.0. The only magical range DPS that got any changes was Red Mage. While you had a slight potency increase in Vice of Thorns, the buff to Embolden is what we're really interested in. A flat out 5% magic damage increase for yourself for the duration of the buff. While still not the most interesting changes, percent changes will always leave their marks on balance. And now for the more confusing changes we've seen in this patch. And Red Mage had their manification simplified, but upon reading the patch notes, my initial reaction was, what does this even mean? So, what they did was consolidate manification 1 and 2 into 3. So there's only 1 now. This change is probably for the better. On to the healers then. White Mage, your glare has just been made better. 10 potency better in fact. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting either. You also got a potency increase to your Afflatus Missouri. Though the real meat and potatoes for White Mage lies in this. Plenary Indulgence granting 10% damage reduction. That's your 3rd damage reduction spell, which honestly is a game changer. This means your Aqua Wells can be used more broadly, while not having to rely on Temperance anymore for body-wide damage reduction. To me, this makes the decision making for White Mages a bit more stress-free and a bit more fun. And next up though, we have Visage. You got 1 change, one that will most likely help you out, which is not a huge deal though. Your Collective Unconscious had its damage reduction time changed from 5 seconds to 10 seconds, giving you more breathing room. They also made it so Wheel of Fortune is granted to everyone standing inside of the Celestial Ring. And lastly, Scholars and Sagers get 5 potency increases. 2 Biolysis, and you creation doses 3. I'm not sure what goes through the mind of the balancing team sometime. Isn't a patch supposed to be like this hype thing that you look forward to and to get changes? And those changes being Fight potency? I don't know, just seems a bit shallow. And that's it for patch 7.4 job changes. Maybe you'll gravitate towards the newly sped up Gunbreaker, or maybe you're just going to take it easy. Were there any job changes you were hoping for that weren't included? Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this patch. Oh, and if you were looking for how to easily get through PvP rewards this season, check out my video on how to make the PvP grind a breeze. Anyways, my name is Volkas and I've been your host. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribing is the best way for you to show your support for the channel. Take care now and happy holidays.